Hello, I am Styrel. I used to make revitalized videos in the past but stopped due to drama affiliated with the leading creator and moved on to a game called Hams. Recently, me and a couple of others involved with Hams like the developers, contributors and general players have been placed into a document to expose Hams. However, the entire document is full of assumptions and the people behind the doc don't really elaborate how he's in the right to do things he did, and how he exposed us, additionally including others that had barely to no involvement in Hams at all. This shows that he isn't in the right as much as we weren't either. In this video, I will be going through the things he said in the document, and how they are just ways to make us look like Satan's hellspawn. Firstly, let's take a look at who is assumably involved. This is insane work. 5 screenshots of over 100 people are listed here and there isn't even a 100% guarantee every single one of them contributed to the drama. Genuinely an FBI watch list worth of people. Real time was taken out of somebody's day to find the people's IDs. Put them in a document and not even bother hiding them. He's basically asking for us to get harassed by the way. Not to mention, there's the big bad list of 7 at the top including me for some reason. I'm not a developer, I only contributed a map and some ideas yet I made it on the top 7. So tough. And this is only the general idea of how this doc is going to go. Let's move on to the first thing he states.
The devs complained of not being paid enough, though I literally told them that I had 5k Robux at the time.
Whilst this was true, the 5k Robux was planned to go towards commissioning a Roblox artist. And when the game got more pay, he used the group funds to buy core blocks, planned to pay curators more than the devs. All they did was review maps. And even gave me part of the funds so I could get a game pass for a game I never played again. Mind you, this guy couldn't make a proper map or game on his own, as AI was used in his scripts and most of the things he had in his map were borrowed from others. A dev stated they never asked for payment, until he found out the game made thousands, and when he did, they only got 100 Robux from the speculated thousands the group did get, which could be lower than 10% of the entire budget. Additionally, PineTeam also made the game's passes more expensive, although he wanted the game passes from the original game to transfer to his. So what's the point of making the game passes more expensive other than donation purposes? Greed and selfishness. Next, he states,
yes, they are knowingly stalking a 15-year-old into believing that he did something wrong.
Because you did? He admits that he is 15 years old, but this doesn't excuse his actions, even if he's a high schooler, for God's sake. You would expect someone his age to be mature enough to understand what he did wrong, but I guess not him. His dev team mostly consisted of minors besides from one 18-year-old as well. So, there's genuinely no need to portray us as 21-year-old weirdos. Now I admit, the said people who stalked PineTeam were in the wrong and it would have been better to leave him alone. But he was actively ignoring our complaints regarding how he kept the things the devs added, and I contributed to his game even after our disbandment, whilst saying,
any submitted maps are revitalized property,
without stating this before people submitted their maps, making this change after Hams separated from DR. He needed to learn his actions have consequences, if he is too lazy to change what he did. If this isn't laziness, then I don't know what is. He has also made some comments about me, funnily enough. For context, me and the Hams community speculated that PineTeam was a groomer due to the way he spoke to me in DMS, which has been debunked. We do not think this anymore. However, I speculate that he wasn't the only one who wrote the document, as someone made a comment on it referring to me as a she. The problem being that I strictly use they/them pronouns and PineTeam knew that. Even telling me
it's okay to feel angry at people misgendering you
in the past. But this doesn't mean PineTeam hasn't been disrespectful. He also referred Nelly, a transgender female, as a guy and a he. This isn't rage bait, it's transphobia I fear. This also builds on PineTeam's laziness, and how he possibly forgot his own game and community. Additionally, here are some images made by the GOAT gamer MrBeast55. These images also provide evidence that PineTeam defended a pedophile and denied any proof when the pedophile openly admitted to it. And some extra information, the document he replied to wasn't written by the main devs of Hams. It was the former players of DR expressing their views the game and its now dead community. He also mentioned a WhatsApp GC that never existed. What are his sources on fail? Not to mention he included people like Sterling, Babs and Mario Kid despite probably not knowing what they did. Brothers adding people for no reason. Finally, he made a false assumption thinking we have his AI slot of a map in hams. We do not want your stuffed potato chip. Although not everything in the document was included, it's genuinely full of things not related to the topic at hand, and PineTeam is literally going after anyone he can, if they even knew what hams was, and constantly praying for our downfall behind MTA. When we are trying to bring him down for the better, we can only pray PineTeam at least tries to become a better person, and no apologies will be accepted, as forgiveness can't be given after the damage he caused. Only appreciation for consideration. He isn't innocent, but neither were we. Spiral out. Like, comment and subscribe for more.